I just need one more pedal and then my board is complete.
You know what's dead? Rock is dead. And you know who killed it? The internet.
The C chord is less of a chord and more of a personal attack.
I don't gig much, but my home office has killer acoustics.
I don't need to practice. My tone is in my fingers. Okay, if I buy this guitar, then I'm good.
My hands just don't do what my brain wants. Remember when we actually had guitar solos? Now kids think a riff is just a looping synth line. My wife says I can't buy another guitar. Joke's on her, I finance them now.
I could totally shred if I wanted to, but I just prefer tasteful playing. Tonewood matters. If I don't know the chord, I just don't play it. You used to have to struggle to learn a song. No Marty music up here teaching shit for free on the internet.
I was gonna join a band, but I'd rather just tweak my amp settings forever.
If I don't look like John Frusciante having an out-of-body experience, am I even soloing?
Yeah, my rig weighs 200 pounds, but I refuse to use modelers. I can't read music, but I can read tab, and that's all that matters.
Jimmy Page played sloppily on purpose, and that's my excuse too.
I played guitar to escape my problems, but somehow they keep showing up in my lyrics.
I'll never be able to play like Tim Henson.
I bought this pedal so I can sound like you too.
Let me tune real quick.
I bought this pedal so I can sound like Green Day.
Hold on, it's the G string. Just give me one sec.
What do you mean Hotel California has 2 guitar solos?
I bought this pedal so I can sound like Jack White. It's always that G string, am I right, guys?
I don't need therapy, I just need to stare at my wall of expensive guitars I still suck on.
Why do I only know one scale? Because Slash only needs to know one scale. Dude, you've got so much gear. How does your wife deal with all the gas?
Almost had it, hold on. Music died when Guitar Center stopped being a hangout and became a graveyard for unpaid layaways. Oh, this guitar? Yeah, it's new. No, my wife doesn't know about it yet.
Bro, if Jimi Hendrix could play behind his head, I can definitely learn bar chords. Eventually.
Yeah, I don't need another overdrive, but this one's transparent.
Damn, it's sharp.
You mean to tell me Van Halen isn't a genre? This amp goes to 10, but I go to 11. Of course I bought an SG. You expect me to play Back in Black without one?
Bro, you don't even need a high E string. That guy on YouTube said to tune it like this is way better.
If I had $1 for every time someone yelled, "Play Freebird," I could finally afford a Klon Centaur.
Wait, that chord actually has a name? I thought I made it up.
My Les Paul weighs 10 pounds, just like the burden of knowing I'll never be good enough. Finger picking? Buddy, I barely have the patience to use a pick properly.
Why do they call it the caged method when it makes me feel so free?
Why does literally everything sound better in drop D? I know the exact way to my Les Paul, but I couldn't tell you the way to my newborn baby.
Hendrix didn't know music theory. Why should I learn it? Why does my guitar only stay in tune until I start recording? James Hetfield didn't know music theory. Why should I learn it? Oh, you think my amp is loud? That's adorable.
Yeah, I could take lessons, or I could just keep wasting my time for free. I should practice more. Or just buy a new guitar and hope for the best.
That guitar plays with no feel.
Don't touch that knob! It's exactly where I want it. Don't touch it. The first song I learned, Wonderwall.
Yeah, I mean, Weezer is good if you stop after their first 2 records.
I don't need a band. I just need better backing tracks.
I could totally play jazz if I wanted. I just, don't want to.
Yeah, it's a relic for sure. By which I mean, I dropped it a lot. Power chords, the only chord that rocks.
You call that a solo? I've heard hold music with more passion.
My guitar collection is growing. My hairline, not so much.
Oh, you think John Mayer's just a pop guy? Let me introduce you to the trio, my dude. Why is my tone bad? Hold on. Let me adjust my amp, my pedals, my guitar, my picks, my strings, my soul, my entire existence.
The kids call it dad rock. I call it when music was good. Back in my day, we didn't have loop pedals. We had drummers. And pain.
I don't jam. Bar chords are just power chords that hate you. I don't take requests. I spent 3 hours EQing my amp, but this guy with a Line 6 Spider sounds better than me. I tune for 5 minutes, I play for 2, I tune for 5 more.
If it doesn't have a 12-minute guitar solo, is it even music at all? Every amp in my office is for decorative purposes.
I can't play fast, but with the Corey Feldman method, it looks like I can, and that's what matters. I'm not crying. It's just that the comfortably numb solo gets me every time. If my fingers moved like my brain, I'd be dangerous. I once played a lick so good, even I didn't know what I was doing.
These kids with their bedroom pop. Try hauling a half stack up a flight of stairs, then we'll talk. I finally played a gig at my kid's birthday party.
My pedal board is finally complete. Until next week.
I don't play wrong. The chords are wrong.
If you can't name all members of Led Zeppelin, you legally shouldn't be allowed to own a guitar.
Oh, I don't collect guitars. I invest in them. That's what I tell my wife.
If my guitar face isn't ridiculous, am I feeling it? This overdrive pedal sounds completely different than my other 7. I swear. I saw a kid using an iPad to play guitar. I needed a minute.
I'd go on tour, but work, kids, lower back pain.
If it's not in 7/8 time, is it really art? My pinky refuses to participate, and I respect its decision. If I keep buying pedals, eventually one of them will make me a better player, right? Guitar solos aren't too long. Your attention span is too short. My tone is so pure, MIT scientists are trying to study it. Hold on, I'm just gonna quickly restring my Floyd Rose setup. If I see one more Guitarist Reacts YouTube video, I'm throwing my amp out the window. I don't noodle, I compose spontaneously. Well, this amp is vintage, which means it sounds better and breaks constantly.
My guitar's worth $3,000. My amp is worth $1,500. My career earnings from music? $27.
Well, I'd love to practice, but I just spent 45 minutes tuning. Oh, you haven't heard of my influences. They're too underground. I don't need another guitar, but I deserve one. Spotify pays musicians fraction of a penny. I miss when people actually bought music.
A $4,000 PRS won't make me play better, but it'll make me feel superior.
Every time I open reverb.com, my bank account starts sweating. I could explain my chord choices, but your ears wouldn't understand. I was gonna play something else, but my hands just automatically play Sweet Child of Mine.
I spent 20 years perfecting my blues phrasing, only for TikTok to tell me music theory doesn't matter.
The only thing I adjust more than my amp settings is my self-esteem. Hey, 6-set, bro. Do you think I could borrow your amp? When in doubt, just play Little Wing and hope for the best. I'm not out of tune, I'm just expressive.
I like my blues licks like I like my steak, well done, overused, and heavily seasoned.
I only need one scale. 12 notes, you ever heard of them? Wait, that chord actually has a name? I thought I made it up. I'd classify myself as an intermediate player. I mean, yeah, this pedal board's worth more than my car, but priorities, man, come on. First song I played, Back in Black. First song I butchered, also Back in Black. I tried to play Sultans of Swing, and then I remembered I'm not Mark Knopfler. I only know one scale, but I know it everywhere. All right, hear me out. What if I got another delay pedal? I play blues, but like in an innovative way. The F chord, I can't play it even if my life depended on it. Now, I don't need another guitar, but I also don't need this much debt. And here we are. No, the strap isn't too short. I just like my guitar up by my chin like a nerd. Do I really need this bar chord? I got a really bad case of gas. Tums ain't gonna help this one. It's not that I can't play fast, it's just that I choose to play tastefully.
I swear I'll learn a new song right after I play the same riff 200 more times.
I will not buy another pedal. I will not buy another pedal. I will not buy another pedal. Wait, what's that? A clone for under $200?